In this video, we will discuss about inflammatory bowel disease, more specifically about ulcerative colitis. So, this this kind of disease, such as this inflammatory bowel disease, are at present non-curable, and these are debilitating disease. It means that with time, it weakens the body functioning and brain functioning, and that will affect the overall health of the body. Let us understand how this thing actually works. So these things is the main thing that is responsible for this kind of disease is the disruptive tight junction. When there is the tight junction get disruptive, there is more influx of the antigen into the cells, inside the cells, or we can say in the cytosols, and that will disrupt the normal functioning of the cells. The things that are responsible for this kind of inflammatory response in case of inflammatory bowel disease are one of these are interleukin 13, as this interleukin 13 will develops will generate the Th2 cells, or we can say T cells, T cells of specifically Th2 type. And in case of this ulcerative colitis, it has been observed that there is majority of the Th2 cells are generated. So it is this IL-13 is responsible, or we can say IL-13 is the main cause of inflammatory response in case of ulcerative disease. However, other Th cells are also found in the other Th cells are also found in this ulcerative colitis disease, such as Th9 and this Th0. So let us thus understand how this inflammation occurs. So what happens is that when this in this intestinal lumens, this commensal microbiota has been observed. In normal case, because of this disruptive tight junction, they are not able to come within the cells, and this uh, activation of dendritic cells is also not at that instance as in the case of uh, normal tight junctions, or as in the case of normal human beings, because in case of this ulcerative colitis, because of the disrupted tight junction, the dendritic cells will engulf this kind of commensal microbiota in nearby and gets activated in a less amount of time, where in compared to the normal case. And once these dendritic cells get activated, the TLR receptor, that is toll like receptors that is present in the extracellular matrix, will detect this commensal microbiota and will activate the immune response. That is, it will activate the CD4 plus THO cells that will activate GATA3, IRF4 and FOXP3. And at the same time, these T cells will also spread across the other part of the body with the help of this systematic circulation, or we can say blood vessels. And this dendritic cells will also activates this uh, macrophage, that is natural killer pathway. And so in this case, what happens is that the immune system gets activated, and the overactivation of immune system because of overexposure of the antigen across these dendritic cells will cause inflammatory response, and that ultimately leads to problems such as weakening of weakening of the body, and it also affects the functioning of the brain. So at present there is no cure available, and this has caused this disease has caused a lot of burden on the healthcare department of various countries. So people are now working towards finding out a cure that can ultimately cure this disease permanently. However, is a general consensus on this treatment is yet to be made. So that's all for this video. I hope you have understood something about inflammatory bowel disease and why this is a cause of concern and what are its mechanisms or the problems that arises because of this inflammatory bowel disease. Thank you for your time.